Hey gal, welcome to the Style Chronicles. I'm going to do that makeup tutorial that I told you guys about several weeks ago. It's Havana worn wet, and this is Havana, it's Max Havana, and I wear it wet on my lid. I wore this in, I wore it for almost a whole week, about a week or two ago. I know I wore it with my black leather dress, and I wore it with the green shorts and the Oxford with the black Calvin Klein shoes in my new shoes video. And I love it. I love it. It's simple, it's easy. The only real thing I have, problem I have with it is that I have to do my routine backwards in order to do it. So it trips me up a little bit because I'm literally doing my eye area first and my foundation and everything else last. So you're going to see my face for a little while like this. You guys know about my dark circles. They are more sinus related, allergy related than anything else. I know everybody will tell you go to sleep, get some, lots of rest, blah, blah, blah. They are hereditary for me also. It's not so much the sleep factor. I'm getting enough sleep. So it's not so much that. So there's that. I do have right here, you'll see it a little right there, an issue. It's the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. I love that foundation. I love the coverage. I love the way it feels. I like the way it looks. It stays all day long. I really do love that foundation. And I thought I could get away with just wearing it no more than 2 days in a row, because any more than 2 days in a row, I would get these really bad breakouts along my jawline area. So that's what I've been doing, no more than 2 days in a row, and then I would swap, foundations around. This week it really, it got me here, and then I have two more over here that it really, really, really got me. And this time, like this one, I don't want to I put a little concealer on it because it's bright red. I don't want to take it off because it's just jarring. But let me see if I can take it off so you guys can see it. It's like big and hard, and it really hurts. You guys see that? Right there. It hurts so badly. That's what that foundation does to my skin. It's crazy. Let me just cover it so you guys don't look at that the entire video. It's just kind of, there in your face. All right, so let me get started. Now, first things I do is my eyeshadow, obviously. It's just so weird. It's so weird to get my mind around how I have to do this routine. Moisturizer. I'm going to get that on my fingers, and I use the Yes to Carrots Daily Balancing Moisturizer, and that's going to go all over my face. I don't have anything else on, just that concealer that I put over that blemish, under my eyes. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, and then I'm going to put some, what is this called? Primer. This is my Hourglass Veil Mineral Veil Primer. I love this stuff. It is my absolute favorite. I'm working from my trial size version right now because I really want to use it up. Just a little bit is all I need. And that goes under my eyes, on my eyelids, and around my entire face. I love that primer. It is my absolute favorite. I've tried Smashbox, NARS, Tarte, Clinique. Clinique is the only other one that I really do like. And I do like the NARS and the Smashbox, but not as much as I like. I prefer this one. It is a bit of a pricier primer. I think it's like $55 for the full size, but I think it's worth it. I like it. Okay, so next up, let me just make sure my little friend is covered again. It's like the third time that I put something on it. Just don't want to disturb you guys too much. Alrighty, let's move on. First up, Bare Steady Paint Pot. And I'm going to use my Real Techniques brush. And I'm going to apply that to my lid. And ordinarily I would put foundation and concealer, my concealer around and my foundation over my lids, because you guys can see that I have a lot of, you can see my little veins. I've got pretty translucent lids. This seems to cover everything very nicely, so I don't really need to worry about that. So that actually may be something that I do without really needing to do it, by putting all that stuff on my eyelid, because this seems to help it enough. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. It's so funny because I was reading a couple weeks ago an article on Alzheimer's and how it helps to change your routine up. Like, you know, we get so set in our routines that it helps to change your routine up because it actually resets your brain. It kind of shocks your brain into, it makes sense. I mean, it's only logical, but it shocks your brain into like, wow, wait a minute, what's this? And it's true because when I do my makeup this way, I'm like, what do I, like my mind goes blank. Whereas when I do it the other way, where I do my full face and then my eyeshadow and everything, I know what comes next, and you know, it's a routine, you get into it. And so in that article it was just saying, you know, change your routine up. And that's if you know that Alzheimer's runs in your family or something, it's just, you know, kind of challenging your brain a lot. And you know, Alzheimer's, my grandmother suffers from Alzheimer's, so that is where I get that from, where I tend to follow Alzheimer's articles. Okay, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Cork, where is it? Here it is. Cork Eye Shadow, and with my eyeshadow brush, I'm going to get that on to my Smashbox brush, and that's going to go right here, really close to my lash line, and then up just a little bit into my crease, like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Get it right here near my lash line and then move it up. And I have pictures of this look that I've taken, so you guys will be able to see it a little bit clearer. And I'll take some more when I'm done with this one. And then you guys can see them on my blog probably Monday, because I don't think I'm going to upload them this weekend. But they'll be available to see there, and it's you know, the pictures do this a lot more justice. The other thing I was going to tell you guys, I've recorded this. This is going to be my third time recording this. The first time I recorded it with my Canon Rebel, and when I am in focus, it is unbelievable. Like, I was awed by the quality when I was in focus. When I'm not in focus, it just sucks and makes you dizzy, and it goes, unfortunately, in and out the entire time. So it's just so frustrating. Okay, and then you saw me blend this just a little bit because you want to soften the edges before you go in with anything else. So for the Havana, what I'm going to use is my MAC Fix Plus. Now don't laugh, because my MAC Fix Plus is old. This is how old it is. It is the old packaging. That's just how long this stuff lasts for me. Fix Plus has always lasted me forever. I literally can buy one bottle and it lasts me a couple of years. And that's the case with this one. So I have not had to purchase the newer packaging yet. The newer, you know, sleeker, nicer packaging, not the kind of generic white one. And I'm going to use my Fix Plus, and I'm going to spritz my eyeshadow brush with it. And I use this for eyeshadow and also I love it over the Estee Lauder Double Wear when I'm done, because your face will feel kind of tight, and I love to spray that on top because it kind of refreshes it and just makes it feel nice on my skin. And then I have that wet, I'm just going to drag it into the Havana eyeshadow like this and get that on there. And then I'm going to start putting it on my lid, and I'm just going to start down here and just lightly tapping it, applying it on. And this eyeshadow, when it is wet, is absolutely beautiful. I mean, really do love this. I like it ordinarily, you know, when it's not wet, but when it is wet, it just gives such a beautiful color to my lid that I absolutely adore it. Okay, and you'll see, like in here, you can see fallout. That is why I do this first, and then my foundation last. So here is, and just so you know, this is going to be a very long video because I am doing an entire routine. And you just keep kind of putting it on, and then I'm going to spritz it again and do the other side. I love this, the texture of the new Dimension eyeshadows I really do like a lot. They're very soft, kind of velvety smooth, and they're just beautiful. The color payoff is really gorgeous. Okay, and I'm keeping all the color pretty much down here. I'm not really moving it too high up because I don't want my eye to look too overconsumed by this shade. Okay, and then I'm going to take my blender brush and just blend my edges out, like so. And the same thing on this side. Go watch your movie, please.
I'm done.
No, you're not. Okay, just like this. Thank you, honey. And then blend this up and out, just like that. Okay. That is the look for now. For now. It looks weird, I know. Now I'm going to do my brows. You guys know I typically use wedge for my brows. I've been using cork lately because I have not picked up a new wedge and I am out of the wedge. So I'm just using cork. It is a little darker than normal. I'm going to brush these up. And then with cork, I'm going to fill in my actual brow. And this part comes down. Please stop. Ever. Okay, and then I'm going to do this on the other side. Just get my brows filled in. Okay, so yeah, like I said, wedge is the color that I typically use. It is lighter than this. But cork is what I have. They're very similar. You really can get away with either one, or I can get away with either one. However, I do prefer wedge for my eyebrows and not cork. But cork works. Okay, and then what I do is I take my powder brush and I just kind of buff that out a little, just to kind of tone it down a little, make it look a little bit more natural. And it removes the excess, but it also buffs it in a little bit. Okay. That's that for now. I'm going to take that New Dimension eyeshadow again, and with whatever is left on my brush, I'm just going to go back over this lower portion down here, just to make sure that the color is built up to very, very dark. And I want it extremely dark down here and then tapering off as it goes up, like blended upward. And sometimes when I do this, I will get this color way up here, really, really dark. And to correct that, I'll show you how I correct that. I use Brulee to correct it. I'm just gonna go back over and make sure this is all blended in. Okay, so this color will come up like to here. There, I kind of took it up, and I really don't like that. I like for it to be pretty, you know, a little lower, like mid eye range area, not so high. So what I will do is I will take Brulee, which you guys know is a very popular matte color. It looks like this. I'm running out of it. And I will take a larger-ish eyeshadow brush and just get Brulee on the tips of that, and then I will put it here and pull down. and it kind of helps that shadow blend. Same thing on this side really quick. And then I pull it down a little. Now I'm not pulling it all the way down, I'm just kind of pulling it down so that it comes into my mid-lid area. And then I'll go back over it with my blending brush just to bring that color out a little bit more and blend that brulee into the crease area, and that kind of corrects that color for me. If that makes any sense, I don't know. It makes sense for me. Okay, so done with my eyes now. I'm going to wipe away any fallout that was down here. Okay, and now I'm going to do my foundation. For my foundation, I'm going to use Bobbi Brown's Natural Finish Long Lasting Foundation SPF 15. Here we go. And I shake it up, and then this is my Real Techniques brush. And when you do your foundation, this really helps, not really helps, but out here you'll see when I bring the foundation around how I kind of bring the foundation up so that it really lifts this. Okay, so like I said, so it really lifts that area. So first I'm going to get foundation onto my face. And then I'm going to start blending it in. And I do little circular motions. And I know that somebody told me in another video that it looks like I'm attacking my face with the brush when I do this. I can guarantee you that with this Real Techniques brush, you could jab at your face and you would not, it's not rough because it is so soft. There's like really no way to be very rough with your skin. And then you just blend. And notice I have not done my eye area yet because you do have to be a little bit more gentle than you typically are with your eye area since you've pretty much already put your shadow on. It's a little confusing. So let me get my lower region done first. And I'm doing circular motions like I said. And you want to make sure you get your hairline buffed in because that looks really weird when your hairline is not buffed in, and also when it's in your hair and not really worked in nicely. Okay, when you get to your eyes, this is what I do. I bring it under here like this, and then I bring it up, and you can see how when I bring it up, it cleans up this outer area up like that. Just cleans it up, makes it look really, really neat. Not kind of, you know, the shadow doesn't go down so far. It actually has a really nice effect, and I'm not doing a very good job of explaining it. I need a little bit more foundation. Okay, there and there. I wasn't quick enough with it. Okay, so once again, you're going to get in here, and of course you don't want the foundation to go over your brows that you've already colored on, so you're going to kind of buff it in lightly, and then from here you're going to wing up and out. Okay, there you go. You can see a little bit more how it lifts that outer area when you do it up like that. And then that is that side of my face. This side, you do the same thing. I'm working it into that inner corner, but not going all the way in because I have shadow there. And then down and up. And it really makes a very neat, clean finish to that shadow. Okay. And I like that foundation because the shade, they have so many different, they have such a huge array of range of shades that I thought I was going to be the lightest one, and I am like, I don't know if I'm third or fourth in from the lightest. Typically I'm the lightest of any range, and Bobbi Brown, I am like, you have to move in for me, which is exciting because I never move in for foundation. So they have such a large range that if you're lighter than me, you could be able to find a good foundation there. And also means that they have, you know, more shades that match a different skin tones that are darker than me also. So that's pretty cool. Now what I do is I go in and I touch up my brows. Any foundation that I've gotten on that, I will fill that back in. And then I do my concealer. Now for concealer, I'm using Smashbox's, not Smashbox's, MAC's NC15 Studio Finish. Did I say that right? Studio Fix. No, Studio Finish concealer. And I'm going to use my Coty Airspun. I am running out, so I'm having to take, I should have done this earlier, sorry. Take the inside sifter off so that I can get more powder from the bottom because I'm completely out. Okay. And for the concealer, I'm just going to take my finger and pat it on into place like I normally do. And the same thing on the other side. And then to cover up this little friend of mine. It's so frustrating and it won't go away. And I had to take my daughter to school for her first day with this like honker on my nose. And it was a lot. It's not as swollen as it was. It was a lot more swollen. And it felt like no matter what I did, I felt like if covering it with concealer was still drawing a lot of attention to it. It was frustrating. It's just now starting to kind of subside. Okay, so concealer and my little buddy. And I'm just working that in, making sure that everything is concealed. And then I'm going to take my concealer setting powder brush and get some powder and tap that in to set that concealer underneath my eyelid, or my eyes. There we go. Okay. I wore blue jeans. I wore blue jeans Tuesday or Wednesday, and I think I'm going to give them up until probably mid-September because I got so frustrated sweating in them. It's horrific. One of the worst experiences of my life, and I will always remember it, was on my wedding day. And we had been married at church, and then after the church, we went to take some pictures, my husband and I, and we went to Rice University here in Houston to take some pictures, and it was so hot. Mind you, we got married in July, and of course it was super, super hot. And of course I had the huge princess dress, with the train and everything, the petticoats and everything underneath, because that's, just getting married, and that's what I always wanted. So, huge dress. We should have gotten married in October or November. That was like what we were gunning for, but my husband's best man, his best friend, would have been unavailable then. We had to do it during the summer when he was off. He's a basketball player, so he had to be like off, his schedule, the normal basketball schedule, in order to attend, in order to be the best man. So we had to do it in the summer. It's the worst thing. And what I was saying is my worst memory was standing in my dress with all of its layers in the hot afternoon. I'm just setting this with simple Coty powder, and all this sweat like on my legs, just pouring down my legs. I mean, literally, my knees were sweating, if that makes any sense. Oh my gosh, my thighs, everything. I was just, it was horrific. It was the worst feeling ever. And, standing there trying to look happy and be happy with my new husband, it was not a good experience for me. I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm done. I'm finished. I had to go back to the hotel and literally take my dress off, for like an hour to cool off and to let it dry. It was really bad. So every time I start sweating with my blue jeans on, when my legs start to sweat like that, it gives me the ickies because I'm just like, ugh, it really, really bothers me. So I think I might swear off blue jeans until September, like I said. Whatever. So I just set my foundation. Next, I am going to apply my blush. Man, I have not made a makeup video in so long. I can't even remember what I'm doing or how I'm doing it. It's so confusing. And then doing it backwards just confuses me. This is the Stila Custom Color Blush. I'm going to pop that onto my cheeks. Same thing on this side, like that. Bring it up a little bit. There we go. Okay. And lastly, I'm going to take my black eyeliner, wherever it may be. Where's my black liner? Here you are. It's always in the center of my brush holder. And I'm going to line, that's my laundry telling me that it's ready. I'm going to line my waterline, the top waterline. It sings to me. Up here. And I'm lining my waterline. I know you can't see that, but it's right up there. I'm just getting black liner onto it. And then just the top of my lid a little bit. I'm not creating a very strong line, just kind of filling in some sparse areas where my eyelashes are bare on this side, so I do both to even it out. Of course, I would get it on my contact. Which is great, I got it on my contact. Okay. Next, I'm going to curl my lashes. And put some mascara on. This is Smashbox's Hyper Lash Mascara. Get it on this side, and there we go. Okay. Which, you know, I was really thinking about it, and by not wearing blue jeans until, because I have a lot of skinny jeans, if I don't wear blue jeans until September, it gives me the opportunity to wear my shorts a lot more before I need to put them away for winter. Of course, if you know that if you live in Houston, we wear our shorts pretty much year round. But there are some that I put away, like my white shorts. Those always get put away. My black shorts I wear, they're like timeless. I wear them all year. Okay, and then what I will do is clean up any mascara that went astray. I don't have any on my lids, typically I do, but under here I do have some, so I'll just clean that up with my pencil brush. Sorry. There we go. And I'm going to take a highlighter And I'm using the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish highlighter. I love this highlighter because every time I open it, I think of Teresa from Brunette Beauty Blogger, because she sent it to me. So I like it a lot because of that. And I'm going to put that right here on my cheekbones, just to bring them forward and brighten it up a little bit, and then up here, down the center of my nose. And lastly, I'm going to line my lips. I'm going to use MAC's Soar. What are you doing, honey?
Oh, nothing.
Are you bored because Daddy's asleep and Brother's asleep? This is MAC's Soar Lipliner.
I think so.
Yeah, you can sit right here.
I'm going to give you a kiss.
Okay, give me a kiss. Thank you.
I love you.
I love you too. Alright, thank you.
I'm proud of you.
Okay. And then just fill your lips in. And this is darker than my natural lip. But it's kind of like, if it was a shade lighter, it would be almost the color of my lips. So it's a good kind of in the middle lip liner. And I work it in. And then I'm going to take MAC's Lady Gaga lipstick, the pink one, and that's going to go on top of that. Can you get cereal? We're getting ready to go eat, honey. But then you won't eat. I guess you can have some cereal. Okay, so checking my blush again. And that is the overall finished look. The eyeshadow, I love that eyeshadow when I do it wet on my lid. I just love the effect that it gives. That shadow has a lot of kind of gold undertones to it. What did I do with it? Goldish undertones to it. Here it is. Looks like that. And swatched looks like that, and you can see it's got a lot of kind of gold to it. And when you do it wet, you just get the intensity of that, and then the gold really does pop out at you because of it.
Mom?
So there's that. Yes, honey. You what? Okay, hold on for a second. I'm almost done. Okay, so that is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you so much for watching. I apologize, this is a very long tutorial. It's long for a number of reasons. Typically my tutorials start with a full face of makeup before I start my eyeshadow, so that I typically, cut out, and you just get to see the actual shadow application and the finishing of my face. Everything all together, of course, takes some time. And the other thing too, I'm not a professional. I don't claim to be. I honestly, this is just what I do for me, like how I do my makeup, and I share it with you guys. So if I take too long, I'm sorry. I'm an amateur. Also, the ways that I choose to apply my makeup to my face is amateur also. It works for me, it may not work for everybody. How I place my shadows and stuff like that, how I blend them out, works for me, might not work for everybody. If I was a professional, I would have different techniques and different ways of applying it that would work for everybody in general, but I don't. So I apologize for that. Anyhow, we're going to say bye. You want to say bye?
I want to say bye.
Okay, say
Bye.
bye. Say bye. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.